What is up, YouTube? We are back at it today on this beautiful weekend here in Florida. Finally, it is cooling off. I get to enjoy myself a little bit. I'm not sweating freaking bullets and dying. You guys are probably wondering, what are we doing? What's going on? What is this magical contraption attached to the back of my truck? Well, voila, I bought a car trailer. I've been wanting to buy my own car trailer for a minute now. You know, just had to save up some cash monies and get everything you know, right, get all my finances squared away, and bam, there we go, we've got it. We're loading her up. I had to bring the air compressor so I could air up the tires because it was sitting back here. So shout out to my buddy David. He sold me this guy, the same gentleman who helped me do my alignment on my 240, and that also mounted all my drift spares and all that good stuff. Obviously this guy's for the 240, for the Jeep, and anything else that I plan to tow or do. I just don't have to borrow anybody's trailer anymore and hit up Huffman and annoy him and blah 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 blah. So bam, just make sure the tires are all good real quick. I'm gonna take her up to a gas station, and then I'll just show you guys a little bit more in detail, so I'll get off these folks' property. What's up, guys? So we are up here at the gas station. I want to show you guys the trailer just real quick in detail. I aired up the tires, checked over everything. We've got the lights working, everything is all good. So here it is. It's nothing too fancy, nothing crazy. It's gonna need a little bit of repair. Down here there's some rust where it's fallen through, so it's not too big of a deal. I'll just cut out a section right here and weld a new plate in. It's starting to form over there, so I might as well just knock that out while it's there. But as you see, it's got ramps, lights are there, they work, signals work, got fresh tires on here, brand spanking new. Hubs seem to be pretty good. I'm gonna check everything, you know, pull the tires off and everything and check that. It's got this little winch here, chains, you know, the whole nine. It's got this somewhat decent jack, just it's broken down here, the wheel's split, as you guys can see. So I'll probably cut that off and weld a peg to it, or something, just, you know, that I can flip that guy down, place it on a block, and go from there. But there it is, guys. Got a car trailer on the channel. We are fueling up here, and once this is all done, I got a few things to do. I got to drop off the Subaru engine back at Subaru, and then I've got to go return Cummins trailer. So that is the game plan, guys. I will check in with you when I get back at the house, and we'll check out the trailer a little more in detail and go from there. What's going on, guys? So it is actually 2 days after that last little clip there. I got caught up with a few things with work, and also my power steering pump in the Dodge started to crap out. So I had a few things that I had to take care of. One was getting that engine back from Subaru, well, getting the old engine back to Subaru so I can get my core charge, and I actually brought the Subaru back to life. The engine's all in there. She is good to go. So let me just show you guys this real quick, and then we'll jump over to the trailer, and then we'll jump into the Dodge. So I had a lot of things to do, a lot of things to take care of, and the Subaru being one of them. She is back at it. She is alive and well. My girlfriend is super happy to have her car back, and I'm super happy to have a refreshed engine. I know it looks like it's not refreshed, but if you look down in there, you see that nice shiny block. All new components in the bottom end, the heads were decked, new valve stem seals, valves are all cleaned up, everything was all cleaned up. So I'm excited to have the Subaru back in action. My girlfriend's really stoked to have her. So yeah, that one, bam, got one thing out of the way. Super happy, super happy. Just wanted to fill you guys in on that because I know I talked about it in the last upload. Now we'll walk over to the car trailer here. I'll just show you a little more in detail, just make this real quick. I don't want to bore you guys. We'll start here in the front. I'm gonna remove this guy, try to find a new one and replace it. I may end up just cutting off this neck here, or this receiver, whatever you want to call it, and putting a new 2-inch one on there. This one's just a little sketchy, it's a little beat up, and honestly I just, you know, will feel better with a newer one replaced. So there's that one there. The chains, I need to cut that chain down and weld it to either side. The old original chains, they fell off or something, I don't know, the welds broke, or they were just crap. So I'll be redoing that. The winch, that'll probably come off. I'll just replace it with a, you know, a newer one. I don't even know if it works, don't really care. This cool little grate right here, I'll probably put like a storage bin or a toolbox, and then I'll build a tire rack for the 240. As you guys can see, it's got a little bit of rust. You know, nothing crazy. The worst spot is, like I showed you in the last clip, down here. This is what's going to need the repair, and this is one of the biggest reasons why he was selling it, because he's not a welder, and he didn't want to pay anybody to fix it, because he was thinking that the I don't know, the labor would be worth more than the trailer and the parts. I don't know, don't ask me, but I'll get that all fixed up because that's not a major issue. This one's the worst, this one's on its way, but it's really, I mean, it's a simple fix. I'll cut it out, look up underneath it, and you know, just replace whatever pieces of metal need to be replaced. As I showed you guys in the other clips, tires are good, the ramps are good, they go up and down. I've already tested them. They're pretty legit, they're pretty sturdy. It seems to be low. Sorry about that, guys, we had an issue with the camera here. I don't know what just happened, but it stopped recording on me. As I was saying, tires look good, axles look good, the hubs look good. I'm going to jack it up one of these days in the driveway and inspect it in further detail. But that is that, guys. We have a car trailer on the channel. Don't have to rely on anybody, don't have to rent one. And yeah, awesomeness. I'm super stoked about that. As far as the Dodge goes, the damn power steering pump decided to start leaking like a sieve. So it is dripping fluid everywhere, as you guys can see. That's not water, that's power steering fluid. It's coming off the bottom of the box, so I picked up a new box. I also have those new control arms, so while I'm down here, I'm gonna replace the control arms. I've got those in the truck, and we'll get all of that taken care of. So that's on the agenda for today. I'm super happy with the outcome of the Subaru, gotten here back, you know, on the road, and I'm super happy with the car trailer. But like I said, I don't want to bore you guys. Enough of my rambling. Let's jump into some work here, guys. Alright, so Florida is doing its thing where it rains and then the sun comes out, and then it rains and the sun comes out. So I didn't film this side when I was getting it in, just because it started raining on me a little bit and I wanted to make it quick. But that guy is in there, and as you guys saw me getting the passenger side installed, that guy is all in there. So I'm going to be replacing the power steering pump now, and then I'm probably going to break out my pressure washer and try to clean all this crap up just a little bit more than I already have. I mean, it's pretty gnarly over here. Just caked. And then also inside, the rotors are just filled with mud, so I'm going to try to clean those cooling fins out. That way, you know, my brakes will last a little bit longer, give them a little more life. And then we're going to dig into pulling out this power steering pump. So what I'm going to do is remove my intake horn, probably remove this boost tube here, this intercooling piping, whatever you want to call it. Pull that stuff out of the way, and then it'll give me access to the pump from the top side, and then I can go in through here, kind of through the side. If I need to, I can reach up or go up underneath the truck, obviously. But I've gotten the steering disconnected. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the steering box. I've already replaced this once and it looks like the seal's going bad, so I've warrantied out and got another one there, so we'll get that guy taken care of. Don't really want to replace the steering box again, but it is what it is. I don't think it liked when the power steering pump went out, so I don't know. We're gonna get that replaced, get that fixed up, so let's dive in. Hopefully freaking Florida holds off here on the rain. Before I get ahead of myself, guys, just wanted to check in with you with the update here. I've got the steering box out and the sway bar off. I'm replacing the sway bar end links while I'm in here, so these guys will be coming off, and we'll be replacing them with energy suspension ones. And I've got the lines off the back of the power steering pump, except for that one there. That one goes up to the box, and I'll be able to just pull that out when I pull the entire steering pump out, so, or power steering pump out, excuse me. So I've got to remove these 4 bolts around, and then I'm going to try to slowly take this guy out. That way we don't remove the seal for the vacuum pump, and that way we can try to keep the keyway like lined up. That way when I install the new one, hopefully it'll go in smoothly and I don't have to fight it. So I'm gonna pop off these bolts and then we'll pull out the pump itself. Here's my replacement box, replacing this guy. I'm guessing this one started to fail because the steering or the power steering pump was failing. I'm not quite sure, but I was able to warranty that out and I'm not too worried about it, and it makes life a lot easier when I remove the steering box. And plus I'm going to clean up inside of the frame and stuff and on the axle because it's disgusting in here from when the pump actually gave way and they started pissing fluid everywhere. So that is that. Get the pump out and get to it. Check it out, we have the old pump out. Looks like it's seen better freaking days. That's the new steering box there. I slid the new pump in, and as I was doing so, the bottom fell out on the typical rain clouds here in Florida. But if you guys can't see down there, the new pump is in there. I've just got to twist the little snout there, or whatever you guys want to call it, and just line the keyway up. I think I'm off just a little bit. I think I had it turned just too much. But anyways, rain slows down. If it slows down this afternoon, I'm going to jump back to it. As far as that goes, guys, I'm going to turn my attention to the S13. I'll probably just upload different footage so you know this video doesn't get all cluster, you know the word. I'll burn out these bushings here, get this all prepped up to go to powder or the sandblaster with my buddy. He's going to sandblast all this stuff so I can get it ready for paint. And then I'll do the same thing over here. I'm trying to do it one at a time so that way I don't confuse myself while the parts are gone at the blaster. You know, I don't want to come back and be like, I was trying to assemble it and be like, wait a minute, what side was this? Was this the left side? Was this the right side? So right now I have the right side taken apart, and that's what I'm going to give him. When he returns that, I'll give him the left side, because I have, well, I shouldn't say a lot going on, but I do a lot of things, and I just would hate to be confused and screw something up, or I don't know, something silly. I'm really picky when I do these things. Like when I rebuild engines, everything goes in cardboard. You know, I label everything. If I have a new part, I'll take the hardware out and put it in the new part as I'm swapping everything over. I try to be very, very careful with the hardware and stuff like that. Like got my camber arm bolts here, and then the traction arm, just everything together so that way when I get ready to paint everything and then assemble the subframe, I don't have a headache where I'm like, oh my god, I can't find my freaking nuts and bolts. So yeah guys, that is that. The rain's slowing down a little bit, but I'm hoping that it'll clear up just enough so that I can climb up in here and get the pump in, and then we can snug it up and start throwing everything back together. Down in there, as you guys can see, it didn't put up too much of a fight. You know, trying to line it up there with that keyway inside the vacuum pump can be a little bit of a headache, but if you just take your time, you know, and just slowly rotate it and kind of just, you know, shove it in there back and forth, and it'll eventually find its home. So we've got that squared away. I got all the lines hooked up. I got the hydro boost hooked back up. I'm going to fill it up with some power steering fluid, and then I'm going to start slapping everything together, snug everything down, torque everything down, and then we will fire her up and bleed out the steering system. And then from there we will probably soak down the front end with some brake cleaner and then break out the pressure washer and soak it down. I don't know if I'm going to film that. As you guys can see, it's dark out here, and I've got my LED little, I guess you can call it a shop light out here, so we can get everything tightened up and I can actually see what I'm doing. So that's about that for the power steering pump. I guess I'll just check in with you guys right as I'm finishing up, and after I pressure washed everything and cleaned everything up, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Alrighty, so we've got everything back together. I've got the system all bled out and it's feeling much better. Go ahead and fire her up for you guys real quick. Like butter. Feels so much better. Makes me so happy. But of course, I replaced one leaky issue. You guys can't see the vacuum pump. Decided it wanted to leak. So, not only did I fix one issue, but another issue occurred. The vacuum pump did leak a little bit, but not this heavy. I'm guessing when I removed the actual power steering pump from the back of the vacuum pump, it caused this issue. So you guys can see that my diff, it's all wet, everything's all wet, and all the stains in front of the truck. So I guess I'm going to be topping off oil every couple days on her until I can get another free chance to pull the vacuum pump out with the power steering pump, reseal that guy. I'll probably end up picking up a kit from Cummins themselves, and I'll get that taken care of. But if it ain't one thing, it's another. You guys know how it goes. But that is a wrap for the video today, guys. I know it's kind of all over the place between the car trailer and the control arms and then the actual power steering pump itself. I know I'm kind of crazy, but I did want to bring you guys up to speed, obviously film this stuff, and you know, keep you guys in the loop. So that is about that. My next upload will be messing with the 240 some more. I've got all the parts for the subframe. I'm just waiting on my buddy to confirm that he can sandblast all these parts, and once that is good to go, I'll throw everything back together once everything's painted, and we'll be complete in the rear. As far as the whole subframe goes, all I need to do is get coilovers, and we're starting to make some heavy progress. Once the rear end is done, I'm going to pull her back in the garage here, and we'll start tackling the bay, getting ready to lay down some primer on that guy, and then getting ready to paint either the entire car or go ahead and paint the bay. That way I can lay my wiring harness in there and then move up to painting the car. But that is that, guys. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Somehow we're going up in subscribers. The views have been super steady, so I really appreciate everyone who's checking in and following along. I will definitely keep you guys in the loop, and hopefully I'll have another upload, if not this week, sometime during the weekend or the next, like, early Monday, Tuesday of next week. But I'll definitely start filming the next video here in the next couple days and get some footage up for you guys. So thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next upload. Later.